Well, the guys are gone, and this is what they left us with. Actually, I'm just kidding, guys. My lawn's over here. That's actually the neighbor's lawn, but I thought it'd be really cool to kind of play a little joke on you guys. After all the talk we had had about not putting down any grass seed or straw, I don't know. I thought it was funny. Anyway, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. So the guys are gone, and I want to show you guys kind of what we're looking like, how much damage do we have to repair, and then we're going to talk about what I'm going to do to fix it. So as we kind of go through this, if you guys want me to film the process of what I'm going to be doing, please just let me know. I'll be happy to do that. Just leave me a comment down below. Say, hey, yeah, film it. We want to see it. Or if you don't care, just want me to do it on my own, I'll be happy to do that as well. But yeah, so here we are. Looks like we've got a new something that I didn't even know was here. Looks like they put in a gas tap here, I guess. I don't know what you call that thing. I did know that they were going to do that. But let's kind of stand back a little bit and show you. It's really not that bad, if I'm being perfectly honest. Obviously, we're going to put down some grass seed in these spots. But before we get to talking about these spots, let's talk about the rest of the lawn. What are we going to do? How are we going to fix it? Well, obviously, the guys have been trampling all over the lawn, walking all up and down through here. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my backpack blower and I'm going to fluff the grass back up. Obviously, all the footsteps, all the foot traffic, that's step number one. And then I think what else I'm going to do is get some food on it. Maybe some liquid fertilizer, maybe some 1801, maybe some green effect or something, just to kind of get some vigor growing, get it going in the lawn. We want the grass to stand up, and then I'm also going to have to start watering. Think about this. Like when you are sick or you're not feeling well, what did your mom used to tell you? Like you feed a cold, right? And so that's kind of what I want to do. I want to feed the lawn. I want to give it some nutrition to help it kind of recover. So fluff up the grass, and then we're going to feed it. That will do wonders for the rest of the lawn. Obviously, you can see all the different flags. I'm assuming that is the path that they took with, you can see the yellow flags going on through here. I'm assuming that is the path that they took. I don't know how long I'm supposed to leave these flags here, but whatever. All right, so looking at the rest, how are we going to fix this? Well, it's going to take some grass seed. So step number one is, obviously, I don't have to, okay, back up. As you guys know, anytime we're planting grass seed, we have to have good seed to soil contact. Well, we have that. We have bare dirt, right? So this is going to be really, really easy. I thought it was funny. A couple of you guys were like, why is your dirt red? This is what we have here in North Carolina, is North Carolina red clay. That is what we have here. So if you're not used to seeing red clay, that's what we have. All right, so good seed to soil contact. It is almost the end of March. My main concern is really twofold. Number one, it's the weeds. We have bare ground, so we are highly susceptible to weeds. And the other issue is going to be the heat, right? It is, again, almost the 1st of April. And around here, mid-May, certainly early June, we're going to be up into the 90s. So I've got a really small window to try to get this grass seed in the ground, get it up, get it watered, get it cut a couple of times before the real heat ensues. Now, ideally, I talk about this a lot on my channel. Spring seeding is not what we want to be doing. I don't really have a choice. Especially here in North Carolina, spring seeding is hard because of those two reasons. We get a lot of competition from weeds, and we get a lot of competition from the heat. So I have some realistic expectations on what do I expect this to look like, maybe at the end of summer, which is not going to be that great. I'll be honest with you, I'll probably lose 50% of the grass that I plant, but that is okay. The nice thing about this area and this grass type is I get all of fall to replant, and that is where I'll really see the biggest difference. But we're going to get this thing looking good as we can going into summer. So step number one is we are going to put down our grass seed. Okay, and then I'm going to take a garden weasel or rake, and we're going to lightly rake it in, making sure we get good seed to soil contact. Number two, we talked about the weeds. I'm going to use mesotrione as a pre-emergent. Obviously, I did put down a pre-emergent a couple weeks ago. It is gone in this area, so we don't have to worry about any of that. But we do need to get down mesotrione because we want to try to prevent weeds for the next 4 to 6 weeks while we're trying to get that grass seed up. So then once we lightly rake in the seed, we're going to put down our mesotrione, and then I am not going to cover this. I don't want to, maybe some peat moss, maybe, but I've got an irrigation system. Not worried about it washing away. I feel like I can keep it wet enough with an irrigation, so I'm not going to cover this. I'm certainly not going to use straw. I'm not going to use any topsoil. I'm not going to bring in any foreign material. Again, I've worked extremely hard. I don't want any weeds, so we'll do that. And then we'll water it a couple times a day until we get grass seed up. I'm going to use the GCI Spreader Elite, which I absolutely love because it has some spreading capabilities. So it'll kind of self-heal and self-repair as well. So we'll get some of that capabilities, and it'll match the rest of the lawn, which is what's really important. And then by then we should be into May. Hopefully I've mowed it maybe once or twice going into May. If I've done everything correctly, should be good to go there. And then from there, we just want to start feeding it, cutting it, and getting it to mature as quickly as possible. And that's really it. That's really all we can do. I do have to put down a second application of pre-emergent on the lawn. So when I do that, I'm going to then come around here and I'm going to skip this area. I'm not going to put pre-emergent down because it'll be too late. The grass won't be established enough. Typically, you like to see the grass mowed at least twice before you put down a pre-emergent. And so I just have to be really careful to avoid this area. So again, if you guys want to see all that, you want to see my process, see how I do it, I'm happy to film that. Just please let me know in the comment section to film it. The last thing, if you remember, they hit my irrigation line right here. So let's turn on the sprinklers together for the first time and see if, if they put it all together correctly. So while I'm doing that, while I'm pulling it up on my phone here. So while I'm doing that, I said in a video that they hit my funny pipe. So I have a question for you guys, for you irrigation guys. Why do we call it funny pipe? I don't really know the answer to that. Oh, there goes the sprinklers. So this one's doing good. Now it got turned a little bit, so I think I'll see how it's, let me get down here so you can see it. I think when they ripped that pipe up, this got tilted a little bit, so I'll have to kind of re-aim that. This one looks good over here. But if you know why they call it funny pipe, please let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know why we call it funny pipe. I just know that that's what we call it. So irrigation system looks good. They've repaired everything. I do have to adjust this head. I'll do that before I do the grass seed. Yeah, you can see where it got yanked and kind of wonky here. So this has to be adjusted. That's really easy to do. I'm going to dig this out, stand it up straight, put the sod back. That's easy. No big deal. But you can see this sprinkler right here will get really good coverage. But that's about it, guys. I really appreciate you guys following along with me. If you want me to keep updating you, I'm happy to do so. It's been awesome having to have these conversations with you guys over the last couple of days. Yeah, that's it from here. You guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. I'll catch you later. Peace.